A woman at the centre of a mass rape trial that shocked France has taken to the stand in court. Gisèle Pelicot's ex-husband has admitted drugging her and inviting dozens of men to rape her while she was unconscious. The 72-year-old arrived at court earlier to give evidence against him and other men on trial. Our Paris correspondent Hugh Schofield gave us this update.
This is a long-running trial. It began over a month ago. It has another month to run, and it's a mass trial, a trial of 51 people. The main accused is Dominique Pelicot, the husband of Gisèle Pelicot, but the others are the 50 men who he allegedly invited into his room, having contacted them into his home, having contacted them by social media to sexually abuse his sedated wife. We've heard endless testimony over the last month as case after case has come up, because each of them has to be tried individually and each person has had to put his own defence. And at this halfway point, the judge said to Gisèle Pelicot, the woman at the heart of all this, if she wanted to come and say something to mark this halfway point, and she did. She's not the first time she's spoken. She spoke at the start, and what she said today was very much in the same tenor. She has, of course, become something of an icon, certainly a figure of much admired around the world for her courage in going public in all of this, and waiving her right to have the case held behind closed doors and so on, and speaking out in defence of all rape victims. And that was very much the tenor of what she had to say again today. She addressed, first of all, her husband, or ex-husband, I should say, Dominique Pelicot, saying to him, I still don't comprehend the depth of your betrayal. We had 50 years of happy married life together, she said. We had three children, 7 grandchildren. I was hoping to spend the rest of my days in your company. How could you have betrayed me to the extent of inviting the intimacy of our bedroom? It is something clearly which has knocked her out of all kind of recognised cognizance. I mean, she's clearly, as she's in her own words, destroyed by all of this. And she said, I don't know if I will ever recover. I'm seeing a psychiatrist every week, but as I'm nearly 72, I don't know if I will ever recover from this. And if I'm doing it, if I'm appearing now, and this is where we come back to this, the idea of her as a kind of slightly iconic figure, really, for not just feminists, but I think for anyone who stands up for common sense decency. She said, I'm doing this so that shame changes camp, changes house. In other words, that the people who are rape victims should no longer feel ashamed of it and be reluctant to stand up in court and testify. I'm testifying very publicly in this way, she says, so that future rape victims who might have second thoughts about and not have the courage to do what I'm doing will say, well, Madame Pelicot did it, I can do it too.